All right, it's time for the paper review now, and let's get to the headlines making the rounds on the papers this morning across the country. We have joining us Charles Ideho, a journalist, also a social commentator, as usual, joining us on the regular. Charles, good morning.
Morning.
Nice to see you.
Thank you very
All right,
much. Yeah.
Let's start with the Punch newspaper now. Buhari is saying, I am surprised the IG didn't stay in Benue as I ordered. Are you surprised that the president is surprised?
I'm not surprised because there are a lot of things that have happened where we thought he would be aware, and then he wasn't aware. So I don't know. I think it would be right to say that the spirit of error has set into our governance in Nigeria, because every day you hear certain things you're not supposed to hear, then you imagine who is in charge. Okay, but we had the Secretary of Secretary of the Federal Government, the SGF is there. Other people were there, so nobody was aware that this man was given an order. He spent barely just less than 24 hours, and then he moved over to Lafia.
There was it was on the news everywhere.
It was everywhere.
He left
for Lafia.
Left Benue State almost the same day.
So, but I ask that is there no feedback mechanism within the presidency that the commander-in-chief of the armed forces and the Federal Republic of Nigeria gave an order
that was not followed?
Wasn't if you say wasn't for that, was flouted.
Oh, okay.
Exactly.
All right.
Was flouted, and then the man failed to carry out the order. What do you do? But he says, well, that wasn't the occasion wasn't auspicious for him to start casting against. Again, he also made a blunder of language. That wasn't the place where he would talk about the inefficiency of
his appointees.
He could have said that the negligence of his appointees, it would have been better. Language matters a lot. So it means that,
especially from the president,
which means some of his appointees are inefficient.
That some of his appointees are inefficient.
That's what it means. So what happens to inefficiency in government?
And would it be only the IG that would be culpable in this particular issue right now?
No.
Doesn't the president get security reports on a daily basis?
When he was in Taraba, I think we discussed it here. He said he has a way of gathering information
before he acts.
So, which means since January till now, he didn't get any information regarding the negligence of non-negligence now, the flouting of that order of the IG.
It's all right. Let's just do it expeditiously. We have pictures of the president being in Benue yesterday. We have the governor there, and some youths there with a very bold banner. Buhari, every Benue youth is a Yusuf.
Is a Yusuf, yes.
That's referring to his son.
That's right, because if Yusuf could get a presidential treatment, and then even when he returned, a minister of state went to the airport to welcome him. So every youth in Benue is a Yusuf.
Exactly. Well, 2 cops killed in Guma on Sunday. Tom tells Buhari that we have EFCC freezes 30 accounts of Jonathan's campaign director, and federal government asks Lagos Ibadan railway contractor to work day and night. And presidency bars Punch others from covering Buhari's Benue visit.
No, 23 of them were barred.
Exactly.
So if you just mention Punch as well.
No, this is
30 were supposed to
There's
cover.
a rider there. Yeah. This Day, Vanguard, Tribune, the New Telegraph,
no need to,
the
23.
Nation, and so many
others. Papers don't cover the event. Who is left to cover it?
23 were after 30. 23 were banned. But the thing is that I think a government should know that the way a government should act is by gauging the feelings of the people. Now, when something happens and then the people react, you find out how they react. Then you quickly get in there and you say this. But if you begin to shut the people down, you don't get to hear from them. How do you act? For instance, now the placard.
Does government have anything to hide?
That's okay. Where does he have anything to hide? But I think it is the overzealousness of the security agencies that also causing it, because they even
there's a huge possibility that the president himself doesn't even know about
it.
Okay. Right. If he's not aware, that the IG didn't
all right, let's quickly move on to the nation. Empty streets protest as Buhari visits Benue. Of course, the same banner carrying young people there on the front page of the nation. Buhari, every Benue youth is Yusuf. All right, why I revealed Senator's pay by Shehu Sani, of course, has been going to town about what the senators have been receiving, 13.3 million naira every month, and that is in addition to their salary, about 700.
And the senator, I heard the senator was saying, but what's the big deal about that?
Well, he's saying it's a case of conscience.
But the question I want to ask,
question.
let me ask this.
Yeah.
Thankfully, he has unnetted this, he has made it to bring it to the open. But is he also collecting the money?
No, but
that's what he's saying. That is a matter of conscience for him,
yeah.
that he wants this to stop. It can't continue.
No,
so every time he gets that alert, I wonder how he gets the money. When the alert comes, I mean, that must be the only man on earth who gets angry when 13 million.
I think he's like the Canadian doctors who
who are angry
who said no, you're paying us too much. You're paying us too much.
We don't need this money.
What are we doing with this money?
Can they say half of that to us?
Yeah.
So let your leaders build your country. It will
all right.
get there.
EFCC freezes ex-NSITF boss 30 accounts. 30 accounts.
And then again, earlier, 37 houses were also seized from the same woman.
What is more troubling?
And she was also head of the Nigerian Insurance something between 2005 and 2009, 4 years, or before she became the director of finance, Glo Jonathan re-election campaign. 30 accounts. How was she managing
30 accounts?
I don't even have up to 3.
Okay. Banks not impacting Nigerians, says Osinbajo, the vice president. You agree?
I agree.
All right. Well, I guess we'll just really have to leave it there then.
Then we have the Daily Sun now. IGP disobeyed me. Buhari is saying that on the relocation order. I
wonder what the punishment
killings.
Would be for disobedience.
Would there be? Is there likely to be any punishment? Because he said that he wouldn't want to castigate or whatever openly.
Yeah. Maybe when he gets back home.
Today's Tuesday, maybe before Friday.
Exactly.
Here's me roll.
When he's through with all his tour.
Here's me roll.
All right. Silence on punishment explains why government is negotiating Dapchi girls' release. Support anti-open graze law. Totiv urges President. Nigerians react. We have Fulani herdsmen kill 3, injure 2 in Ebonyi. And EFCC grills ex-PDP chair, Modu Sharif, over 2015 election funds. More revelations are coming out.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure this man would like his name coming back to the media for the wrong reason. I mean, I'm dominated the media for over 2 years or so.
Especially if it has to do with his time with the PDP.
Exactly. So when I let them just do their work, whoever is found culpable should go in. That's it.
Okay.
All right. We have restructuring plot against the North. Ganduje, the governor of Kaduna State, is reported to have said that.
Kano. Is he speaking the mind of the generality of the North?
Who's that?
Ganduje?
Certainly not. I don't think so. It's not likely.
Even the committee chaired by Governor Rufai has said it's time for restructuring.
It's time for restructuring.
We have all said it's time for restructuring.
But even Rufai has said that even the North will benefit.
Exactly, from restructuring.
All right, let's move on very quickly to our, this day. Tillerson pledges U.S. support for quick release of Dapchi Chibok girls. We've heard this over and over again from the United States. Yes. Buhari in Benue asks Nigerians to stop escalating herdsmen-farmers clashes.
How?
Are Nigerians doing that?
We're not doing that. But killings take place. We should keep quiet. We must. As media men, our job is, our primary responsibility to inform the people. Then whatever the government does with the information, that's for them.
And Senate cautions INEC on misguided pronouncements on Electoral Act amendment. Nati, NNPC yet to explain missing billions. Yes, in spite of the seeming transparency that's going on with the NNPC, there's still a whole lot when it comes to opaqueness in terms of missing billions of
NNPC. It's not likely. It's not like you ever get the books of NNPC open to the public. It's not likely.
And land use charge, Lagos to address concerns of residents this week. Of course, Governor Ambode has been asking Lagosians to be patient. We're going to do everything to meet Lagosians halfway.
Well, halfway, but I think they actually said that they had a rapport with stakeholder before the vote. Do you know, if you go around, when you drive around, so you know how many empty buildings we have in Lagos?
So many.
Especially in Koyo. If you go to
Lagos Island.
Many abandoned.
So, I mean, okay, you also talk about the economic issue. What about, now, I think one of the greatest thing we have to also work it about using percentage to even work it out, because most of the landlords, most of them do not even know how to work out percentage. Oh, so 0.0. Before they knew it, now they start pushing it into the tenants. Exactly. And tenants who are already weak.
They don't have to calculate. Just pass it on.
That was the fear I expressed with the Commissioner of Finance that we had.
When we had, I watched that program yesterday.
Just pass it on. Right. That's what they'll do.
I guess that's it from this day. That's
all right. The last but not the least here on the Vanguard newspaper, Benue. I am surprised IGP Idris disobeyed my directive. Buhari saying that. We've seen that already. As herdsmen slaughtered 2 police sergeants ahead of President's visit. Knocks kudos as stakeholders react to Buhari's condolence visit to Benue. And then we have Dapchik school girls will negotiate, not use force. Buhari is saying that. And 2019 polls, unclaimed PVCs to be burned. I know he's saying that. I wonder how.
Really?
But by the way, I think it's a good thing, because most of these PVC might find their way into the wrong hands. Again, when you still have an electoral body that we're still trying to raise above board, you still have elements within that body that could easily be bought.
But didn't we spend a lot of money on?
People have not come forward to take them. What are we to do with them? They are lying fallow there.
No, but the point there is that if you're not sure, just like you said, we don't want them to fall into wrong hands, for instance. You can't save them in the bank.
Exactly. There should be some kind of strong rule.
They are national assets.
Most of the others may have passed.
But until you're sure.
Yeah, that's why I use May.
Exactly.
But that's why if we still had our night post, the postal system, this thing could have also identified where they are. Then you send to them by post. But if you don't have that, what do you do?
All right. Anyway, that's it for now. That's the Vanguard newspaper. Charles will be keeping you for the next discussion now.
Thank you.
As always.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.